We have more comfort than any generation in history, more convenience, more technology, more choice, and yet we're more anxious, restless, and dissatisfied than ever before. So the question is why? With so much more, are we less at peace? The answer has everything to do with gratitude and how we've lost touch with it. Gratitude isn't about pretending life is perfect. It's about seeing clearly. And right now, most of us don't see how much we already have. Think about this for a moment. Just over 100 years ago, even kings and queens didn't have what we have today. Hot running water. You don't have to boil water from a well just to bathe in winter. Central heating and air conditioning. They had people standing behind them, fanning them. Food in a fridge. You don't have to hunt, fish, or harvest daily just to eat. Instant communication. Look at that. We have video calls, texts, phone calls across the world. Transportation. We got cars, trains, planes. We just have to add fuel and go. Imagine feeding and caring for horses every single day just to travel. Today, you can cross an entire country in hours. You can fly across the world in a day. Instead of spending months on a ship, by historical standards, we are living like royalty. So why are we still so dissatisfied? A big part of the answer is comparison. Social media constantly shows us curated lives, highlight reels that make our own lives feel small or insufficient. We compare ourselves to images that aren't even real. And comparison quietly erodes gratitude. And if you were to put your phone away just for a few hours a day, turn off notifications, and take a walk in nature, you'd likely reduce a huge amount of anxiety without changing anything else. The other half of the problem is deeper. We don't know ourselves anymore. We are overstimulated, overprogrammed, and constantly influenced by work, media, opinions, and expectations. We haven't sat quietly with ourselves long enough to ask, who am I? What do I actually value? Where am I going? Without that self-connection, gratitude doesn't arise naturally. This is why gratitude has to be practiced, not forced positivity, not denial of pain. Practice. One of the simplest and most effective ways is a gratitude journal, and I do that every night. Especially before sleep is a great time. If you write down what you're grateful for each day, even the same things, you begin to rewire your mind. Be grateful for your eyes that see, many cannot. Your ears that hear, your hands that feel, your legs that carry you. Be grateful for your children. Millions wish they had one. Be grateful for your parents. Millions like me wish they could still speak to theirs. Be grateful for your partner. Remember, they are also someone's child. So treat them with care, love, and respect. Be grateful for your bed. Millions are homeless. Be grateful for your car, even if it's old. Over 1 billion people don't have one. This isn't guilt. This is perspective. Change our thoughts, change your life. Gratitude does something important. It cools desire. It doesn't eliminate wants, but it stops them from controlling your emotions. You already know this. Every desire fulfilled gives birth to more desires. Gratitude interrupts that cycle. It helps you command your life. Instead of reacting to everything around you, and not knowing why you feel hopeless or anxious. Remember the pattern we've been working with. A thought arises, it creates an emotion. That emotion shapes your state, and then your actions follow. Gratitude changes that thought at the source. And when the thought changes, the emotional tone changes. You felt this before. You walk into a room and sense tension. You walk into another space and feel uplifted. Energy matters, and gratitude lifts your internal state out of lack and fear. In Sikh, we call this Chardi Kala. Not pretending life is easy, not denying pain, but holding gratitude and resilience at the same time. Our history is filled with examples of this. The gurus and the Sikhs who walked those paths didn't have sheltered lives. They faced loss and unimaginable suffering, yet again and again they chose gratitude, courage, and trust in Hukam. When Guru Arjan Dev Ji said, "Tera kiya mitha lage," your will is sweet to me, he wasn't speaking from comfort, he was speaking the truth. That kind of gratitude doesn't collapse under pressure, it strengthens you. If children as young as Baba Zorawar Singh and Fateh Singh Ji could stand with dignity and courage in the face of tyranny, then surely our modern struggles, money stress, comparison, uncertainty, don't need to steal our peace entirely. Not because they aren't real, but because we are stronger than we remember. So let's connect the dots. Awareness helps you see clearly. Acceptance helps you stop fighting. Desire explains our restlessness. And now we have gratitude as a fourth video that brings the heart back into balance. Even when life is difficult, especially then, find something to be grateful for, not because it fixes everything, but because it reminds you who you are beneath the noise. In the next video, we'll talk about truthfulness, dharma, how living in alignment with your values becomes the anchor that holds everything together. Until then, pause, notice, and be grateful, not because life is perfect, but because you're here to experience it. Cheers.